Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we got the conference finals preview between the Edmonton Oilers as they go up against the Colorado Avalanche. Wow, I cannot believe this is actually happening, where the Edmonton Oilers are in the conference finals. And as a fan of this team, being able to see this team make it this far into the playoffs this year is truly absolutely amazing and surprising, to say the least, with the defensemen that we got in the back end not looking completely fantastic. Mike Smith has just been playing ridiculous, and not just that, McDavid and Draisaitl have been next to just gods, basically, for the Edmonton Oilers. And for the Colorado, they've had their team step up massively. You know, Kemper has not been a big goalie, especially in the last few games there against the Blues, but MacKinnon, he's been looking like a god. Cale Makar, Landeskog, and just the depth of the Colorado Avalanche is something to definitely be scared about coming into this upcoming series. So there's lots of stuff to really divulge into this series. Now, before I get into this one, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. It'll be very much appreciated here, boys. Now, I do hope this series does go pretty long between these two teams, just because of the fact that I think if it does go long, by the time my vacation comes, I might actually be able to go watch a few games personally myself. Or if they make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, I'll be able to go down to Edmonton and party in the streets. So if they make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, which I hope they do, and I'm predicting they will, which you guys will hear that a little bit later on in the video, I'll definitely be able to go down and party on the streets with the rest of the Oilers fans, which would absolutely be amazing. So let's get into this series and talk about both teams and what they did against each other in the regular season, because I think that's definitely a big thing in the head-to-head matchup between these two teams. So this year, the Oilers were 1-2 against the Colorado Avalanche this past year. The Oilers won the last game, winning 6-3, and in the previous two, once was in overtime where the Avs won 3-2, and the second one was where the Avs won in shootout 2-1. So the games have been pretty competitive against the Colorado Avalanche, to say the least. It's been very close between these two teams. And you look at the analytics between the two teams, you know, goals for, they're very similar. The expected goals for the Oilers generate a little bit more offense than what the Avs do. It's just the Avs finish their opportunities, which is a big thing. The Avs are a terrific team at finishing their opportunities, while the Oilers are not so much. Now, since Evander Kane has been put in the lineup, the Oilers have definitely been a lot better at finishing their opportunities, but the Avs are going to just be a fantastic team compared to what the Edmonton Oilers are going to be able to put up. Now, power play wise, the Oilers really do take an advantage on that. I really do think that the Oilers do have a better power play. The PK for the Oilers as well has been really good, but how well is it going to be going up against the very tough power play in the Avs? And I just believe that this series is just going to be a run and gun type of series. What it was against the Flames is what it's going to be against the Avs coming into this upcoming round. I don't think we're going to really be seeing a very much of a defensive series, especially with Darcy Kemper not looking too great against the Blues at the end of the series, and he wasn't able to make the saves that he really needed to make near the end of the series, as he struggled near the last few games of that series, which I could take a look here right quick for you guys, because he was not looking that impressible. Like the win that he had against the Blues, he had a 900 save percentage, had 20 saves, 18 saves on the night, my lord, letting in 2 goals on that night. Then the one that they lost in overtime, he made 25 saves, letting in 5 goals. In the game before that where they won, he only had 17 saves where he let in 3 goals. So I think for the Edmonton Oilers, getting as much rubber as you potentially can on Darcy Kemper, I think is a very big thing for the Edmonton Oilers. And that's even the same thing for the Colorado Avalanche. You know, Mike Smith at some moments of time has not looked, amazing. And there's been a lot of times where Mike Smith has played amazing. So I think for the Avalanche, try to challenge Mike Smith as much as you can. Make him move as much as you can. Make him play that puck as much as you can. I think that's a big goal for the Colorado Avalanche, and just stay hard on the forecheck. For defense, the Colorado Avalanche has a very good defense core. Now, the biggest thing that they're going to be missing out of this series, though, is Samuel Girard. Girard being out of the lineup is giving me a little bit of hope as an Edmonton Oilers fan, because you look at that back end and seeing Jack Johnson playing alongside of Josh Manson, you could just see already Connor McDavid ripping up that lineup. I really do believe that. The defense for Colorado is really good, especially with Devon Toews and Cale Makar. Those two top guys are without a doubt amazing and will shut down the Edmonton Oilers without a doubt really easily. But once you get more and more down the line, Jack Johnson and Josh Manson, one of the worst defensive pairings for the Colorado Avalanche coming into this next round, I think will be picked apart by the Edmonton Oilers offense. Now, if we do see that, I don't imagine the defensive pairings staying together for very long. And Brian Johnson has been very okay as well. I think that's another good defensive pairing between those two guys, and they've been very good in the playoffs as well. So we'll truly have to see what will happen, but I think, having Jack Johnson in that defense core is definitely making the Avs a lot weaker coming into the series, especially when the Oilers' second defensive pairing is Keith and Bouchard. That's not a very good defensive pairing either. Compared up to that one, I would have to say Keith and Bouchard is a lot better, especially Bouchard, I think, is a lot better than both Manson and Jack Johnson. So I think if those guys are out there, I think we'll be able to pick them apart and be able to pounce on those guys and be able to get some offense, because they weren't very beautiful against the Blues during that series. So I think that will definitely be a weakness point that the Edmonton Oilers will definitely be targeting a lot, is that defensive pairing right there. But majority of the time, Cale Makar and Devon Toews will be playing against the McDavid line, and I think that's going to be the most, they're going to be playing the most minutes against each other, and I even think MacKinnon's going to be playing a lot against McDavid. Even if that, you might be seeing maybe Landeskog playing against that lineup a lot throughout this upcoming round. So honestly, it's going to be very, very exciting. Both teams very dominant in their offensive core. The Avs are a little bit better defensively, but without Girard in the lineup, I don't know how that's really going to work up compared to the Oilers. And in the goaltending, I think the Oilers take the advantage in the goaltending right now. Darcy Kemper has not been looking very good in that second round of action against the Blues, so I think the Oilers will be able to take that advantage. The Oilers, I think they take advantage in the offense, but they don't take it in the depth of the offense. The defense, I would have to say, still leans more towards the Avs. Just because you take a look at Devon Toews and Cale Makar, is very hard to match up towards the Edmonton Oilers. And the goaltending goes towards the Oilers in that department as well. And honestly, my prediction on this series, I believe the Edmonton Oilers will be able to pull away in this series in 6 games. The Avs have been a stellar team. They have not made it this deep ever in the playoffs, and it's very surprising. Well, not very surprising. They've been very deadly in this playoff so far, and, I could still very much see the Avs being the Oilers without a doubt, but I'm putting my prediction right here, right now. I believe the Oilers will be able to beat the Avs in 6 games and head off to the Stanley Cup Finals. I truly do believe that, and I feel very wholeheartedly that this team will do it. It's going to be a very tough series without a doubt, but I think if Darcy Kemper continues to struggle and that defensive pairing between Manson and Jack Johnson stay together and we're able to, out-offense the Colorado Avalanche, I think we'll be able to pull away with a big dub in this series. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end it here. Tell me, guys, what you guys think in the comment section down below. And, yeah, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.